Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's special edition of AHSAA TV Weekly. We are here on site in Montgomery, Alabama for a very exciting event that's going to take place tonight. It's the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony here at the Renaissance in Montgomery. We've been here all day. There was a very special press conference earlier, and then I got the chance to catch up with 3 of the inductees. They're putting the final touches on the room behind me, and it's going to be an exciting event. We'll be right back with all of this and more.
Are you an enthusiastic sports fan? Want to have fun and get in on the action?
Heck yes, that'd be awesome.
Have great attention to detail? Want to stay active?
Definitely.
Want to give back to the student athletes in your community?
Obviously, yes.
Then you'd make an excellent high school sports official. We need more officials in Alabama, because with no high school officials, there are no high school sports. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here on site in Montgomery, Alabama for the 2023 Alabama Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony. 13 very special, very influential members of the Alabama sports community will be inducted into the Hall of Fame tonight. Coach Paul Benefield from Fife High School. From R.C. Hatch High School, Coach Homer Davis. Coach Steve Giddens from Central Clay County. From Dallas County High School, Coach William Earl Griffin. From T.R. Miller High School, Coach Ronald Jack Jackson. From Jackson High School, Coach Matthew Jones. Coach Charlie McCaleb from Bibb County High School. From Hazel Green High School, Coach Tim Miller. Coach David Powell of McAdory High School. From Hoax Bluff High School, Coach Mike Robertson. Hazelwood High School's Coach Jack Steele. Coach Trent Taylor of Andalusia High School. from Lafayette High School, Coach John Woody.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Alabama. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the AHSAA.
Retirement planning, investment planning, education planning, ad valorem, blah, 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 blah. Financial planners love to show their version of a perfect retirement, but what about your perfect retirement? At AM First Financial, we'll get to know you first, so we can make a plan for the person you'll be years from now, and future you will be glad we planned ahead. So call AM First Financial today. You'll thank you later.
Earlier today, I got the opportunity to catch up with 3 of the inductees, Coach Trent Taylor, Coach John Woody, and Coach Paul Benefield.
Coach Trent Taylor graduated from Andalusia High School and the University of Mobile. After early stops at Baldwin County and Kinston, he became the head football coach at Strawn in 1990, where he reached the playoffs 20 times over the next 25 seasons before returning to his alma mater in 2014. In 35 seasons, he's won 262 games, and he's the school's all-time wins leader at Strawn and Andalusia. A role model for students, players, and fellow teachers and coaches, Trent Taylor has served in leadership positions within the AHSAA.
But I grew up in a household that was very, very big into the sport of football. Anybody who's ever played a sport would tell you this, but the discipline and the hard work and the dedication that you had to have to that sport certainly was a major contributor to the person that I am today. The biggest impact on me was obviously, like most people, their high school football coach. I remember going to Coach Sharp my senior year and telling him, look, I want to be a high school football coach. What do I need to do?
One thing you could say about him is he was always truly a player's coach. I think any of his former players would tell you the same thing. His main concern was taking care and supporting his players. When you watch his teams take the field, you can tell that there's love between the players and love between the coaches and love between the players and coaches. You can see it, the enthusiasm that he brings, the energy that he brings each and every day. For him to be in the Hall of Fame, I think it is a much deserving honor. And for us to win the state championship on the same year was kind of like icing on the cake.
Probably some of the biggest rewards are getting those text messages on Father's Day from past players. When you get those kind of text messages that obviously you might have had a little bit of input in their direction as young men. I think any coach would tell you, especially, football is the ultimate team sport. And in saying that, being a part of a football coaching staff is the ultimate team thing as well. I wouldn't have any of the success that I've had as a head football coach were it not for the people that I've had the opportunity to work with. I've had some of the finest assistant coaches that any coach could possibly ever ask for. Serving on the Central Board was probably one of the highlights of my career. And then to get that call from Alvin, I'm not gonna lie, I got emotional during that time when Alvin was telling me that I had been selected. And then once word got out that I had been selected to be a Hall of Fame, to get the phone calls, not only from the people in Andalusia, but from the people at Strawn, and knowing how much it meant to their community was very, very special, to me, because again, it was one of those things that it is an individual award. I will be the one who will accept all that recognition, but the truth of the matter is there's so many people in both those communities that have so much to do with the fact that I'm here tonight. I do what I do because I think, I'm doing God's work. I think I'm doing what I was called to do, and I get to have the best job that anybody could possibly have.
Coach Taylor, thank you so much for spending a little time with us here today. I know you've got lots to do and places to be, but first of all, congratulations on the honor of being inducted into the 2023 class of the Alabama High School Sports Hall of Fame. Congrats. How does it feel?
Thank you very much. Very humbling. I'm very, very excited about this honor, and certainly it means a lot, not just to me, but I think to our community as well.
Well, Coach, you have a really unique story, and that's that you've been at Andalusia for a very long time, actually all the way back to your high school days, and you won a state championship on the football team at Andalusia as a student, and then the very next time that Andalusia has worn that crown, you coached them. That was this past season. So tell us what that feels like, first of all, to have see the two sides of that same coin, but also tell us which was your favorite.
Oh, well, wow, that might get me in trouble. You know, obviously I think it's every kid's dream. It's something that certainly in a community like Andalusia, you grow up thinking about, you know, winning a state championship. Andalusia, again, is very unique, a community of only about 8,000 people, and so I think most young men growing up want to be an Andalusia Bulldog. And to be honest, that was the case in the 70s, but it really hasn't changed now in the 20s. And so, you know, we're very fortunate in that we have a very unique situation. Our community puts a lot of pride into what we have from a facility standpoint, where even though we're a small community, we have an indoor facility. We did several $1 million of renovation to the stadium itself about 4 or 5 years ago. So, you know, our kids have a unique situation in which to play on. And so consequently, that's something very, very special. To say which is best, that they both have very, very fond memories. I think it would have been extremely hard to have enjoyed the success we had this year had it not been for the success that I was able to be a part of as a player, and then to share those experiences with some of my teammates as they were at the game in Auburn a month or so ago certainly made it even more special. You know, Friday nights in Andalusia, Alabama are, you know, it is something very, very unique, as most small towns probably experience the same thing, but you know, not a lot of police force outside of the stadium, to be quite honest with you, on a Friday night, but you know, I think that was evident even in the state championship game. I don't know if these numbers are accurate, but you know, Andalusia is a community of about 8,500. I've been told that on the GoFan app we sold about 5,500 tickets, so large majority, just a few handful of people were left there just to keep the city going on that particular Friday. So as you can tell, it's a big deal. With the number of years that I've been in coaching, I probably started out coaching the game of football. Now I'm probably spending more time coaching young men. And I know that sounds crazy. Certainly, you know, the X's and O's are the part of the thing that I really, really enjoy. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's about the relationships. And for so many of our young people now, because of single-parent homes and things of that nature, you know, just to have those relationships with the young men in my case, and certainly for the, you know, hundreds of coaches that coach young women, I think that the ones that are doing it right are doing it more for those type of experiences more so. And you know, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. You know, December 2nd was a lot of fun, and obviously it will be my goal as long as I continue to coach to try to do that again. But at the end of the day, that can't be the ultimate goal, because, you know, for some people you go 36 years and then you finally get one. A lot of people go 40 and 50 years and they don't get one. So the truth of the matter is, you win those state championships daily.
Born and raised in Chambers County, Coach John Woody graduated from Jacksonville State and earned his master's from Auburn. He taught and coached at Lafayette High School from 1975 until his retirement in 2011, serving as head softball coach for a decade, while also helping with the boys and girls basketball teams and coaching the junior varsity. In 1987, he became the boys' head basketball coach, leading Lafayette to 14 area titles and state championships in 1989 and 2002, while piling up 435 victories. When he retired, the court at Lafayette High School was named the John T. Woody Court in his honor.
Oh, I played them all. I played basketball, baseball, football. If we had had a swimming team, I'd have been on it. Really enjoyed playing them, and I think It teaches you a life lesson. Sport does. It teaches you how to control yourself and how to control, surrounding around you sometimes. I just love the sports. I love sports. And I figured the only way I thought maybe I would have a chance to go play professional basketball, but that didn't pan out, so I did the next best thing, just started coaching. And Coach Harder was my main inspiration, the high school football coach. And then I had Coach Reese work alongside me at the time. I watched him, the way he do things, and he taught me how to become a good coach, a successful coach. While coaching JV, I guess we won about 50 games in a row, 53. We went almost 3 years without losing a game, and I really didn't pay it any attention. But he reminded me that, Coach, you're gone 2 years without losing a game. I said, sure enough.
We still talk about him now, and what he means to him. A lot of these guys, they see him as their dad, and that's what he means to our community. To be able to have someone here that's genuine and a genuine concern for our children, especially in the rural area, it means a lot.
If you just love the kids, they'll do anything you ask them. And that was the secret.
Who taught you those values?
My mom. I learned those from my mom. She was a Christian-hearted lady. She always taught us, whatever you do, keep him in your mind. She always tells us to treat people the way you want to be treated. And you won't have any problem out of it. Well, it's a great tribute to when you do things and you do it pretty good. You want to leave something behind so somebody that coming up after you, and they can say, well, I can do that because my papa did it. And leaving that for them means a lot. My grandkids, they can go over there and say, my papa's name is out there in that floor. Friends that I coach in high school, and just some of them go out of town, they call me and say, Coach, I'm going out of town. And I swear, I talk to them like I talk to my kids. I swear, take care of yourself and be good. When they call me and tell me they're going somewhere, they're doing something.
36 years, that level of success, what is the secret? What's your recipe?
I guess it's a mixture of things. You have to have kids to kind of catch on what you want to do, and you have to show them love, and that's one of my main things, is showing them love and respect. So I show them, I tell them I love them, and I give them a hug every now and then, and I respect them, and I also expect respect. Sports is kind of like life itself. If you work hard in sports to achieve something, and it takes you on into everyday life. If you work hard in your everyday life, then you'll have success in life. You may not be a millionaire, but you won't have to, be begging on the food table and stuff. But if you work hard and do like you're supposed to, and just trust in the Lord, and He'll make a way for you.
Well, Coach Woody, what is one piece of advice that you would give to a young person who is interested in becoming a high school coach?
My pet peeve is love, not only love for the sports, but love for the kids. If they don't think you love them or don't think you care about them, then they really don't want to play for you. But if they believe that you actually care for them, and you can't fool them, you can't tell them I love you, and they not realize whether you do or not. But if you do, tell them that and show them that love, and kind of like parent type of love, then they'll work hard for you. You know, we was playing in a championship game one time, and we was getting beat, and one of my players said, "We just ain't gonna let Coach Woody go down like this." Can you imagine what that did to me? We still lost, but he put toward an extra effort to try to win the game. It was finally in the state championship, you know. But when you have kids believing in you and wanting you to be successful, and them being successful all at the same time, you know, you can't help but cherish that moment.
A 1976 graduate of Fife High School, Coach Paul Benefield has built a dynasty at his alma mater. After graduating from Jacksonville State, he started his coaching career as an assistant coach at Fife and came back home in 1997 after 2 other stops in DeKalb County. The rest is Alabama high school history. 26 seasons of incomparable excellence, including 6 state championships since 2014, a 51-game winning streak, and the state's winningest program over the past 20 years. His 86% winning percentage is the best in state history for any coach winning more than 200 games. In 31 seasons as a head coach, his teams have had unbeaten regular seasons 15 times. He was Alabama's High School Coach of the Year in 2007 and 2014.
Well, our tradition at Fife, you know, it seems like it's been a football place for a long time. You know, you grow up, you don't realize it, but it just seems like the people at Fife are, for the majority, is ground in football. I've been influenced by a lot of people, you know. I played high school football for Ronnie Householder at Fife, and he had influence, of course, on me. And my wife was a really good coach, and she stomped her foot a few times and, you know, get on the referees. But anyway, she'd come home and we counsel each other early in her career and in mine too. And she's done a great job raising our kids, and I've tried to help when I could. But you know, just learned a lot from her. Secret of our success, I feel like, is the grind that we do every day, and the kids, I think, learn lessons of how to be accountable, how to be a man, how to go to work on Monday, and we always talk about that Monday sickness that everybody has, but they laugh about that, and just, you know, show up and be a man and put your boots on, go to work, and then, of course, they teach me things every day.
To me, right, and I think if most of the guys that played for him at some point, they understand how special he is. He's taught all of us a lot, past football, right? How to be a man, how to be a daddy, how to be a husband. And I think if you asked him, that would probably be one of his greatest accomplishments. For him to be inducted into the High School Hall of Fame, it's I wish I had a lot better words to describe it, but I think it's just a special thing.
Well, but it's special. Coach Householder's in here in this Hall of Fame, and it's something that you don't think about, or I didn't. And I remember walking through playoff meetings, seeing all this in here, and never thinking anything about I would ever be here. But, you know, I know Coach Householder would be proud that I've got to be inducted with him.
Coach Benefield, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to join us. And first of all, congratulations on the honor of being inducted into the Alabama High School Sports Hall of Fame. How does it feel?
Ooh, it's still just unbelievable. I know I've heard the word honored and whatever, but all that fits. I don't know if a word can describe the feeling, you know, or it's something you don't ever expect or even think about, or I didn't. So, you know, it's just like some kind of dream today, that all the fun we've had and all the people I've met and stuff is awesome.
You have the winningest program in AHSAA for the past 20 years. So tell us, what's your recipe? What's the secret to success?
Oh, me, I get that question a lot, but I still can't answer it, but I get the question a lot. But, you know, I just think it's the trust that the people have in letting their kids play for me, and be tough on them and hold them accountable for what they do, and the discipline that we try to instill in all the ones that stay with us. And whether it's going to class, doing your homework, and just do the little things right, and do what's right, and work as hard as you can every day to be better, and which is what we all probably trying to do. But they get tired of it, I'm sure, sometimes, and they'd like to miss, like probably other people get to do. But we just we hold them to the grindstone all we can.
Well, you've got quite an incredible resume, to back up your career. But I want you to tell me what you're most proud of.
Wow. Well, just I think seeing, I'm lucky, blessed to be at a school where you see them from kindergarten up. So seeing a 6th grader, 7th grader come into your program and little skinny thing or a little chunky thing or whatever, and then a year, 2 years go by and he's grown into a young man, and I talk about childhood, boyhood, manhood. When I get them, usually it's childhood, and we try to get to boyhood by the 9th grade, and then we're gonna be to manhood by then. We hope, not always the case, but I think just seeing kids grow up in the community and something they can be proud of if they've played. And I tell my kids all the time, football's not for everybody, and you're a special person to be in here and to put up with me. Basically, people ask me, "Oh, they're a good kid." Everybody that plays for me basically has to be a pretty good kid, because if he puts up with me most of the year, he's a good kid, and he can take criticism, and he can take it all and still keep ticking. So hopefully they make really good workers for people, and good husbands, and good community people.
We really hope that you've enjoyed this special introduction to all of the inductees to the 2023 class of the Alabama Sports Hall of Fame. We're in store for a very special event tonight. Thanks for joining us this week on AHSAA TV Weekly.